What's up, it's me Lavanya and welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my study routine. Now in my past few videos, most of the video requests in the comment sections have been about study routine or a brother tag, so I just decided to put up a poll on my community tab, and yeah, as I anticipated, most of you guys voted for study routine. So yeah, that's why I decided to film this video today for you guys. Yeah, if you guys are seeing me for the very first time, then please don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, just please subscribe, it would mean a lot. And yeah, you can also comment down below telling me what you guys would like to see up next. And most importantly, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, because yeah, that way we can communicate more, you can know more about me, I'll know more about you guys. So yeah, that's gonna be super duper fun. So make sure to follow me over there. The link is in the description box below. I myself am not very productive or like organized or super duper consistent, but I try to be as much as I possibly can. So yeah, hopefully you guys can get some inspiration for studying from this video. So hopefully you find this video helpful, and let's get started. So guys, for the purpose of easy explanation, I decided to like break down my study routine into 3 phases, like 3 different parts. After I get back home from school, after I freshen up and have my lunch and yeah, have a little fun like watching TV or something, after that I sit down to study for some time, and this after school study session is basically for me completing my homework. At this point I don't want to like learn anything, because I am not able to learn anything after I get back from school. So yeah, my learning session is going to be at night. So basically in this phase I just decide to complete my homework, and I don't like actually get a lot of homework. The days when I have less homework, it hardly takes me 10, 15 or 20 minutes to do it. But when I have a little more homework, I take up to 1 hour. Basically when I'm doing my homework, when I have to like write the part which I find a little difficult to understand, in which it requires a little bit of thinking, that I just do like that. But otherwise, if I just have to do some usual homework like copying stuff from my book to my notebook, then I also like to listen to music while I'm doing that. And I know that this doesn't work for many people, but it kind of like does for me. But it doesn't work for me when I'm learning, because then I'm not able to concentrate. I mean, you should try it out. If it works for you, you should definitely carry on with it, and if it doesn't, then you can obviously quit it. But for me, it seems to work during the homework.
Without Me by Halsey, Louis Bell from Hangama Music.
So that was the first phase of me doing my homework, guys. So there was nothing much in that. Then my next session for studying actually comes during the evening time. So this is a period of about like 2 hours when I actually do like some good constructive studying. So the first thing that I do before starting on with this second study session, I switch off my phone. Yeah, that's super important, because you don't want to be disturbed by the notifications. So that's something I do before getting started. After I switch off my phone, I start off by doing what has been taught in school that particular day. Now this is a very important thing that you should definitely follow. This helps you to be up to date, and then when your exams are approaching, you are already done with all your syllabus. All you have to do is revise quickly, like whatever has been taught in every subject in the school on that particular day, come back home and do it the very same day, because that way you are likely to like retain it in your memory. So yeah, like yeah, I'm a psychology student, so yeah, I know a lot about learning. Just kidding. So for example, I was taught these 2 topics in my history that day. So what I do is I get back home and study those 2 topics on the very same day, so that I will remember it. And yeah, that's a really effective way to do that. After I am done doing what has been taught in school on that particular day, I start a new chapter. And in case I have already started a new chapter like the day before that or before that, I continue the chapter. Let me quickly tell you guys how I study a chapter. So when I go and start a new chapter, what I do is go and read the gist of the chapter, because you might have noticed in all the chapters of your book, they probably have a little introductory part in front, and usually people like to just skip that part. But Actually, you should not skip that. You should actually read that too, because that way you can get an overview of the whole chapter and you know what all you have to study in that chapter. So make sure to read the introductory part to that chapter as well. After you're done reading that, go ahead and read that chapter once, and even if you like don't understand some parts, just don't like repeat that. Okay, don't read that line again. Just keep on reading the whole chapter in one flow. If you can do it in one flow, then that's like really amazing. If you can't, try to break it down into 2 or 3 parts and then try to read it once. If you're not understanding anything, don't stress out, just read it once. So after you're done reading a chapter for the first time, you actually know a little bit what the chapter is about, you know what you have to study, and you actually familiarize yourself with the chapter. Now it's time to move on to the second reading of the chapter. Now go ahead and read your whole chapter again, but this time with proper understanding. Now you're already familiar with all the parts of the chapter, so just read it and have a highlighter or a pencil in your hand, and you can always highlight the parts that you feel are important or underline them as you wish. And this time read the chapter slowly and properly with the proper understanding. And if you don't understand a part, then yeah, you can just mark it and then you can ask it to your teacher or parents or tutor or whoever you want. Once you're done reading the chapter for the second time with proper understanding and you've marked all the important parts in it and all your doubts have been cleared by your elders, your teachers, then now it's time to move on to making questions. When you're reading the chapter for the second time, also make sure to frame your own questions while you're reading, or you can also put in some little cues here and there so that you know that this is the part from which questions can be asked in examination. This is super helpful while you're revising for the examination. You can quickly see which all are the important parts from where the questions can be framed, and you can also frame your own questions. After I'm done with the reading of the chapter, I move on to the actual learning part. And the final thing that I do when I am done with the learning of the chapter as well is that I quickly go through the chapter one last time and then I test myself. I have these guidebooks of different subjects which have a huge variety of questions, and I like to attempt those questions. They are also like solved, so if I am not able to answer any question, I can see the answer right then and there. So this is so helpful, guys. I know some people say that you should not study from guidebooks. Actually, it's totally up to you. I find them helpful, so I use them, and basically I use them for the question banks that are given in the guidebooks. And if you don't have them, you can also get them online. I mean, obviously everything is here on the internet, and this session actually continues till the time I have to have dinner, I guess. So yeah, around that time my study routine is like really different from the one that I had last year. So basically this one that I'm telling you, you can use it for like your, if it's a normal school year, but if you're like in boards or something, then you have to do slightly more than you usually do in any other usual year. So yeah, and when I've had enough of a break, I sit down for my last and final study session, after which I have to go to sleep. So in this last study session, what I do is that I study the things that I know the teacher is going to teach the next day in school. You know that feeling when your teacher is teaching something new in class and you are already done with that particular topic. You know everything, you've already studied that in advance. So basically it's new to all your classmates, but you've already studied all that, so you're totally able to understand it really well. And if the teacher asks any questions to you, then you can raise your hand and answer those questions and set a good impression on your teachers. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that was it for the video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this study routine of mine, and comment down below what would you like to see next up. As for now, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you liked it, and subscribe. That's the most important part. And also follow me on Instagram, as I mentioned earlier, guys. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.